Hendra Warman SP. Sepanjang operasi, kami terus berkomunikasi dan bekerja sama agar operasi berlangsung dengan lancar. Kita lihat di sini gerakan robot sangat halus dan presisi sehingga mampu melakukan operasi yang kompleks secara remote. Lengan kiri DG Maryland forceps melakukan traksi jaringan. Lengan kanan melakukan kauterisasi jaringan. Di sini diperlihatkan jaringan liver dapat dilakukan kauterisasi. Kauterisasi bertujuan untuk menghentikan pendarahan yang biasanya dapat merembes menutupi lapangan operasi. Juga pendarahan dapat menjadi resiko pasien kehilangan darah cukup bermakna. Oleh karena itu, fitur kemampuan kauter melakukan koagulasi sumber pendarahan merupakan salah satu fitur yang sangat penting. Operasi dapat berlangsung dengan pendarahan seminimal mungkin dan pasien dapat segera pulih pasca pembedahan. Sistem bedah teleskopik robotik yang dilengkapi dengan konektivitas kecepatan bandwidth 5G dapat mengaktifkan teknologi pencitraan dan penginderaan canggih. Sistem ini memberi ahli bedah tampilan definisi tinggi dari lokasi bedah, memungkinkan visualisasi yang lebih baik dan akurasi yang lebih baik. Dengan konsol kontrol yang intuitif, ahli bedah dapat memanipulasi lengan robotik dengan presisi halus, mereplikasi gerakannya secara real-time. Umpan balik haptic system memastikan bahwa ahli bedah dapat merasakan resistensi jaringan dan mengerahkan kekuatan yang tepat, memberikan pengalaman bedah yang benar-benar imersif. Saat ahli bedah memegang kendali, mereka tidak pernah sendirian. Tim bedah yang sangat terlatih hadir di ruang operasi, memberikan dukungan dan membantu dalam situasi yang tidak terduga. Sistem Telesurgery Robotic memungkinkan kami melakukan operasi kompleks dengan jaringan baru minimal, rasa sakit berkurang, dan waktu pemulihan lebih cepat. Ini benar-benar mewakili masa depan perawatan bedah.
Harapannya, telesurgery dapat segera disempurnakan dan diimplementasikan di Indonesia, yang mana secara geografis memang sangat luas, terdiri dari pulau-pulau, dan memang masih kekurangan dokter ahli bedah yang mampu melakukan prosedur bedah invasif minimal yang kompleks.
Dengan adanya robotic telesurgery, diharapkan layanan robotic telesurgery ini akan lebih banyak menjangkau masyarakat yang memerlukan.
Hari ini, kita menyaksikan puncak penelitian dan pengembangan selama bertahun-tahun. Kami mengundang Anda untuk melakukan lompatan luar biasa dalam teknologi medis. Inovasi terobosan ini kini dapat diakses oleh Indonesia dan Iran melalui kerjasama bilateral antara pemerintah Indonesia dan Iran dalam mengembangkan sistem robotik telesurgery. Selamat datang di dunia robotik telesurgery, dunia di mana jarak tidak lagi menjadi penghalang dan ahli bedah terbaik dapat menjangkau pasien yang membutuhkan dimanapun mereka berada. Sistem operasi robotik jarak jauh mendefinisikan ulang kemungkinan pengobatan modern satu operasi dalam satu waktu.
Sehat Indonesia. Salam sehat Indonesia.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. 24 hours greeting for every one of you. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome to international webinar titled Robotic Surgery, Robotic Telesurgery, and Borderless Healthcare Delivery Towards 70 Years of Indonesia-Iran Cooperation. We also would like, in the name of God, I am Ali Asghar, the MC of this event. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our appreciation for your presence today. We also would like to express our gratitude to all the collaborators who made this precious event possible, among which are the SINA Robotic and Medical Innovators Iran, also Sarjito General Hospital, and Hasan Sadikin General Hospital Indonesia, also Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Tehran, and Department of Digital Health of Tehran University of Medical Sciences, Iran. And lastly but not least, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Surabaya, Indonesia. It's been well known that Indonesia and Iran have been good friends since our independence in 1945. Ever since, the two countries have built collaboration in various fields, including the healthcare technologies. We see that the future of healthcare deliveries depend heavily on time efficiency and also flexibility that can only be achieved through the technologies. So the best thing to face the emerging challenges is absolutely the emerging technologies. Therefore, in order to celebrate the 70th anniversary of Indonesia and Iran collaboration, Indonesia Student Association IPI Iran has organized this international webinar today. Hopefully, at the end of the webinar, we will be able to grasp the importance and the advantages of robotic telesurgery and remote healthcare delivery, and most importantly, to actually develop and actually implement them in our healthcare situations. Long story short, this webinar will be divided into several sections. For the first part, there will be 2 opening speeches, and then followed by the keynote speech. And for the webinar itself, it will be delivered by 4 of our experts, and then will be followed by the Q&A session. And if possibly, there will be inquiry discussion from our expert today. And lastly is the closing. So without further ado, for the first opening speech, please welcome the President of Indonesian Student Association in Iran, IPI Iran, Dr. Laira Rahma. The time is yours, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin, Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'du. 24-hour greetings for everyone. With all due respect, the respected extraordinary and plenipotent ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia in Iran and Turkmenistan, Mr. Roni Prasetyo Yuliantoro, represented by Mrs. Agnes Okfani, the economic function of Indonesian Embassy in Tehran, and also the respected Dr. Gholam Reza Hasanzadeh, the Dean of Department of Digital Health, School of Medicine, Tehran University of Medical Sciences, the respected Dr. Ali Alizadeh, the Vice Dean in Educational Affairs of Tehran University of Medical Sciences, the respected our speakers for today, Dr. Ali Reza Mirbagheri, CEO of SINA Robotic and Medical Innovators, Associate Professor of Biomedical Engineering in Tehran University of Medical Sciences in Tehran, Iran, Dr. Ahmad Zulfan Hendri, the Coordinator of Robotic and Telesurgery, Surgery Department, KKMK University of Gajah Mada, Sarjito General Hospital, Dr. Reno Rudiman, the robotic surgeon in Hasan Sadikin General Hospital, Faculty of Medicine in Pajajaran University, Bandung, Indonesia, and respected all of the representative of all institutions that are willing to collaborate in this event, and also the respected moderator, Dr. Sutrisno, the pathologist, lecturer of Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Surabaya. And the last but not least, our distinguished participants, dear respected professors, medical professionals, college, and friends, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Almighty God, who always offers mercy and grace to everyone of us, and as we seek to develop the spirit of devotion. Salawat and greetings may always be based out onto our role models, the great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, with his noble aim as the example that will inspire us to continue striving to become individuals who can be the great service to others. I would like to welcome all of you to the international webinar of Robotic Telesurgery Unleashing the Future of Healthcare, Breaking Geographical Barrier Towards 70 Years of Indonesian-Iran Cooperation. A pleasant day to our distinguished participants. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Laila Rahma as the President of IPI Iran. which stands for Indonesia Student Association in Iran. Here, I would like to deliver a brief report that this webinar is initiated by IPI Iran and proudly collaborated with 6 different institutions, including Department of Digital Health of Tehran University of Medical Science, Embassy of Republic of Indonesia in Tehran, SINA Robotic and Medical Innovators in Iran, Sarjito General Hospital, Hasan Sadikin General Hospital, and Universitas Muhammadiyah Surabaya, Indonesia. So the Indonesian Student Association, or IPI Iran, is a governing body which is responsible for supervising Indonesian students in Iran as a platform for students' ambitions. We engage in diverse activities across several domains to address emerging concerns in Indonesia and actively contribute to the progress of the nation. Indonesia and Iran have engaged in fruitful bilateral cooperation across various domains for nearly 7 decades, and including the sphere of healthcare. Recently, the two nations have worked together to introduce Iran-made robotic telesurgery, a cutting-edge technology that has potential to enhance healthcare services in Indonesia. In order to celebrate the 70th anniversary of collaboration between Indonesia and Iran, IPI Iran has organized this webinar, which seeks to familiarize the general public with emerging technology and educate health service providers about implementation of telesurgery in Indonesia and Iran, and also for global citizens. So I would like to thank all of the institutions that have been willing to collaborate with IPI Iran in organizing this activity, and let us together commit to continuing to develop and update sustainable technology for a more advanced future for our respected country. Hopefully this event can be useful for everyone, and that is all from me. Thank you for all of your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Laila, for the enlightening and fresh opening speech. The next is the second opening speech. Please welcome the representative of Vice Dean of Education Affairs at Department of Digital Health of Medicine, Tehran University of Medical Sciences, Iran. Please welcome Dr. Alizadeh. Time is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Hello, everyone. And thank you for organizing this valuable webinar in the title of International Webinar in Robotic Surgery, Understanding the Future of Healthcare. So, as a very short introduction, we at the Tehran University of Medical Science, which is the top-ranked medical university in Iran, and with almost about 30% of both educational and research work through the Iran, and the top-ranked university into the region. We work on the telemedicine and its branch, known as digital health, in detail. So as the Tehran University of Medical Science, which is the oldest and most well-known medical center in Iran, one of the country's top research university, which has several college and department as well as hospitals. So we have about 13 hospitals, such as Imam Khomeini, SINA, and as well as about 2,000 international students and about 13,000 domestic and Iranian students in the field of medicine. So, as a Department of Digital Health in the School of Medicine, we provide we offer both the master degree in telemedicine and digital health, as well as PhD degree in the digital health in the educational setting. And we have several number of students educating in this field, as well as we are working on several international research projects in Tehran University of Medical Science in the field of digital health and telemedicine related fields. So it's my great pleasure that I'm with you in this valuable webinar. And I thank you for organizing this webinar, and I hope that this academic collaboration between Tehran University of Medical Science and Indonesia provide all Indonesian and Iranian people with the new findings and high-tech available instruments and procedures in medicine. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Alizadeh, for the fresh opening second speech. And then entering to this session, which is keynote speech. This keynote speech initially would be delivered by the extraordinary and plenipotent ambassador of Republic of Indonesia to Tehran and Turkmenistan, Mr. Roni Prasetyo Yuliantoro, but due to the difficulties, the ambassador being unable to attend in today's webinar. So the keynote speech will be delivered by Mrs. Agnes Okvani as the economic function of the Indonesian Embassy in Tehran. Please welcome Mrs. Agnes Okvani. The time is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ali Asgar, as the MC, and also for your kind introduction, Dr. Laila Rahma. I'm here to represent the Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia, who unfortunately unable to attend due to prior engagement, and he would like me to send his regards to the distinguished speakers and moderators, organizers, and dear participants of this important webinar. Without further ado, allow me to read the ambassador's speech as follows. Distinguished speakers, esteemed health expert and professional, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to address this esteemed gathering of health professionals, academic students and participants from Indonesia and Iran, and conveying remarkable journey the two countries made after establishing diplomatic ties in 1950. Over the past 70 years, our two nations have cultivated a relationship grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and commitment to fostering peace and prosperity. From the outset, the diplomatic ties between the Republic of Indonesia and the Islamic Republic of Iran were built on foundation of solidarity. And also, both nations found common ground in their aspiration for independence, sovereignty, and national development. This shared historical experience has significantly shaped our bilateral relations, creating a bond that has endured and evolved over the decades. During this year, Indonesia and Iran have worked diligently to strengthen their political relationship. Both countries have consistently supported each other on international platform, advocating for peace, stability, and development. Our political cooperation is characterized by high-level visits, strategic dialogues, and mutual support in international organizations, such as the United Nations and the Non-Aligned Movement. The visit of President Joko Widodo to Iran in 2016 and the President Ibrahim Raisi visit to Indonesia in 2023 are testaments of high-level commitment of both leaders to strengthen relations and boost cooperation in numerous fields. Economically, Indonesia and Iran have actively engaged in trade and investment, contributing to the economic growth and diversification of both nations. However, it is essential to acknowledge that our trade and investment performance, while promising, has not yet reached its full potential, and many opportunities remain untapped. Recognizing this, both governments are actively working to address the challenges and barriers that hinder trade efforts are underway to enhance market access, simplify tariffs, and promote business exchanges. Initiatives such as Joint Trade Commissions and Business Forum are being strengthened to facilitate greater economic cooperations and to unlock the full potential of our bilateral trade. Cultural and educational exchange have also played a pivotal role in strengthening our bilateral relationships. Both countries have rich and diverse cultural heritage that have been shared through numerous cultural events, exhibitions, and academic collaborations. Indonesian universities have welcomed Iranian students, while Indonesian scholars and students have pursued educational opportunities in Iran. These exchanges have not only enriched our respective societies, but also fostered deeper understanding and appreciation of each other's cultures. Distinguished speakers and participants, in recent years, both nations have also prioritized cooperation in health and technology, especially telesurgery, a collaboration that holds immense promise for the well-being of our peoples and for the advancement of global health. For archipelagic countries such as Indonesia, the advancement of technology telemedicine is very crucial due to its ability to reach communities in remote regions and islands. Thus, the government of Indonesia is pursuing robotic telesurgery as a strategy in telemedicine to improve access to quality referral health services, particularly for those remote communities, and aiming to connect the Western and Eastern Island, which stretches for more than 3,500 kilometers. Indonesian government, with the help of Iranian technology, has established a robotic telesurgery center in 2021. It cited benefits such as reduced patient travel distances, increased surgical accuracy, and short recovery periods, among others. Infection rates are also minimized as the procedures is done remotely. The expansion of the robotic telesurgery project followed the success of the pilot done in May last year involving Dr. Hasan Sadikin Hospital in Bandung and Dr. Sarjito Hospital in Yogyakarta. SINA Robotic provided its robotic surgical system to the pilot site, which are 500 kilometers apart, and local telecommunication company Telkomsel supported the long-distance trial by providing the 5G connectivity. The successful implementation of this project at the two hospitals will be expanded and adapted in the eastern and western region of Indonesia, especially in Adam Malik General Hospital in Medan and Dr. Wahidin Sudirohusodo General Hospital in Makassar. Distinguished speakers and participants, for the last 73 years of diplomatic relations, we recognize the achievement and progress made in our bilateral cooperation. Our political, economic, and educational collaboration have laid strong foundation for a promising future. However, we must also acknowledge the work that remains to be done. Contribution of experts, academia, and also students from both nations to such work is tremendously pivotal. Thus, let us affirm our commitment to strengthening the two-country partnership, overcoming challenges, and exploring new avenues of cooperation. Together, we can achieve greater heights and ensure that the bonds between Indonesia and Iran continue to thrive for generations to come. Thank you, and I look forward to the fruitful discussion and collaboration that will emerge from this webinar. Terima kasih, mutasyakira.
Thank you, Mrs. Ogvani, for the amazing speech. We hope that Indonesia and Iran will have maximum level of collaboration in the future, starting with this webinar. Since right now we have a lot of attendance, about 94 people, let's take a picture for documentation and also for the operator. And for the audience, please open the video for the picture session. Thank you. Is it done? The chip taking?
I think it's done. This is done. We can continue.
Okay, continue. Okay. Thank you for. Now we have entered the main program of today. This webinar will be delivered by 4 of our experts, and I will gladly hand out this session to our moderator. Today's moderator is Dr. Sutrisno. He is a pathologist and also lecturer at the Faculty of Medicine at Universitas Muhammadiyah Surabaya, Indonesia. He had finished his bachelor degree and medical doctor at Universitas Airlangga Surabaya, Indonesia in 2010 and has been specialized at pathology in 2020. Dr. Sutrisno also has been working as a pathologist at Aisyah Hospital, East Java, Indonesia, and is right now a lecturer at Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surabaya. So without further ado, please welcome Dr. Sutrisno as moderator today. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Ali Asgar. Hello, everyone. I am Sutrisno. A great pleasure for me to be a moderator of the webinar today, held by Indonesian Student Association, IPI Iran. As we know that the surgery technique to manage patients have been developed rapidly, and thus we have to catch up and embrace those advanced technology. On this session, we will have 4 speakers who will talk about the updates in robotic surgery and robotic telesurgery in Iran and in Indonesia, even in the worldwide. For our first speaker is Dr. Laila Rahma. I will read the curriculum vitae before. Okay. Dr. Laila Rahma is president of IPI Iran also, and currently she is a master student in telehealth, Department of Digital Health, School of Medicine, Tehran University of Medical Science, and she got medical degree from Tehran University of Medical Science in 2024, and she also got Bachelor of Science in Biology in University of Brawijaya Malang, and the honors and awards. She got the top graduate international student with highest GPA in MBBS major, and she have a lot of awards and achievement in cooking and sports, so various activities. And currently she also head of International Journal Club in Digital Health and president of IPI Iran and founder of Medical Education with Laila. And she has a various experience in committee and social services and work experiences. She has been a research assistant for Professor Widodo in University of Brawijaya, and the publication, she published many books here. You can see that in 2024, she published the books of Building Indonesia Emas 2045 with Health and Technology with Badan Riset and Inovasi Nasional, Jakarta, and the journal and articles, so many. And she has a lot of experience as a speaker here. Yeah. This is the CV of Dr. Laila Rahma. Here in this session, first session, Dr. Laila Rahma will give a presentation about the overview and history of telesurgery. Dr. Laila Rahma, please, well, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Sutrisno. It is such an honor to present along with our incredible and senior speakers in this field. As a junior researcher in telehealth, I would like to open today's discussion about a brief history of telesurgery and how it is being used worldwide for extreme healthcare. This presentation is summarized from my accepted articles, 3 of my accepted articles in this field of telesurgery. So the history of telesurgery dates back to the late 1800s with the emergence of telemedicine, which involved the delivery of healthcare services and exchange of health information over long distances. The evolution of telemedicine has gone through 3 distinct phases, incorporating technologies such as the telegraph, telephone, and audio-visual tools. The concept of telemedicine has first introduced in early 1970s, paving the way of development of telesurgery. The telesurgery has made significant progress since 1920s with notable advancement in 1970s and 2001. It has become a worldwide industry impacting millions of patients, and the first successful telesurgical laparoscopic cholecystectomy was performed in 1997, and the first transatlantic human telesurgery took place in 2001. Telesurgery has also been employed in Africa and Indonesia, expanding access to healthcare in some regions. Advancement in robotics, telecommunication, and computer technology have made telesurgery systems possible. The introduction of Puma robotic telesurgery systems in 1985 marks the debut of the first robot surgeon. Since then, robotic capability has rapidly expanded with the development of systems like Da Vinci, ProRobot, Robot, Robodoc, and Zeus. Currently, Da Vinci surgical system is the leading teleoperated robot in the global market with over 4,000 platforms is used worldwide. Overall, the telesurgery has revolutionized the provision of medical care by enhancing accessibility, connectivity, and efficiency. The 5G technology and AI are revolutionizing telehealthcare by reducing latency and improving connectivity for telesurgery and other medical applications. 5G technology, when combined with AI, it enhances network performance, reliability, and sensory perceptions. It also aids source scheduling and offers cost-effective communication solutions, leading to better medical outcomes and personalized care. Surgical robots are gaining popularity in operating rooms these days, while 5G technology enables high-speed, stable, and dependable data transmission. This could significantly impact patients' healthcare, especially those in remote location and extreme conditions. The extreme healthcare involves a range of situations, including inadequate medical intervention, handling severe cases, adjusting practices to diverse environments, and strategic resource distribution during emergencies. Conventional surgeries face challenges like limited infrastructure and personnel, and the surgeon may struggle to deliver the same level of care as experienced specialists. Telesurgery has emerged as a solution to these limitations, enhancing surgical education, patient care, and addressing surgeon shortage. However, it relies on highly quality communication networks. Advancements in technology such as artificial intelligence, 5G networks, and augmented reality have made telesurgery a reliable procedure for healthcare in extreme clinical settings like battlefields or war, natural disasters, humanitarian missions, underwater missions, and even space missions in the Space station. So the geopolitical landscape is becoming increasingly complex, leading to a growing demand on humanitarian operations. Telementoring surgery has been used for such operations, such as Proxim TM system, which performed a complex limb reconstruction surgery on an 18-year-old male patient in Gaza. The system features a virtual pen, allowing remote surgeons to control operations from the air and facilitate interactive communication. The hand reconstruction procedures restored the patient's passive range of motion, and through remote consultation and improved virtual hand pointing, audiovisual feedback was received immediately. The implementation of this method has helped patients with COVID-19 and no longer exhibit superficial thrombophlebitis symptoms. And another augmented reality technology designed by Germany's Max Planck Institute for Intelligent Systems involved 8 surgeons performing laparoscopy and simulated lymphadenectomy on a phantom tissue boxing trainer. However, the distance computation function as inherent limitation, and future research should include quantitative assessment to evaluate the efficacy and potential improvements of actual surgical procedures. Telesurgery has the potential to improve military medical operations by providing remote surgical capabilities, increasing precision, reducing costs, and ensuring surgeon safety. The Department of Defense of the United States initially sought to establish a system that would allow combat surgeons to safely operate on wounded shoulders. The introduction of unmanned aerial vehicles in 1993 revolutionized remote sensing for environmental applications, particularly in military missions. In 2007, 2 surgeons conducted an experiment using rubber surgical pads as the subject, using a Puma communication system and a Raven surgical robot prototype to remotely deliver a mobile surgical robot and small drones in harsh environment like battlefield. Tutoring on inanimate subjects and has been successfully performed as a simulation to train surgeons for military purposes. However, challenges like communication shortage is also faced. Another research study employed telesurgery using miniature robots to use surgical expertise in remote expeditionary environment for military applications. Researchers from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln used a miniature in vivo surgical platform computerized using the Linux operating system Raspberry Pi to conduct microsurgery. The fully operational surgeons will be able to access surgical procedures remotely from a military facility in the world. In 2001, the Virtual Medical Operations Center in Naval Medical Center in San Diego successfully conducted its inaugural multi-site surgical telementoring sessions, demonstrating the technology and competence in the Defense Health Agency. Telestration is performed using a robotic surgical system with advanced features such as picture-in-picture screen capabilities and enhanced visualization. A robotic-assisted surgical telesurgery has recently advanced, leading to the creation of training centers in military bases. The Institute of Defense Robotic Surgical Education, founded in 2017, has provided team-based skills in robotic surgery to over 100 surgeons, as well as 200 nurses and operating room workers in the Department of Defense and Veterans Affairs. For the transoceanic telesurgery has shown potential in overcoming geographical barriers and providing medical care to those living in remote islands. In 2019, Maryland's telementoring surgery successfully performed 5 laparoscopic hernia repairs while the USS Abraham Lincoln was cruising the Pacific Oceans. It means that this telesurgery was done on the sea. This technology could help address the challenges faced by the Navy due to the shortage of surgeons and the need for medical and surgical support. Telesurgery has also demonstrated effectiveness for long-distance operation with a successful transcontinental surgery in 2007, performing 4 nephrectomy with 4 crane models located in 2,400 miles away from the surgeon. This technology can be beneficial for countries with archipelago architecture like Sweden, Norway, Finland, Canada, United States, Indonesia, and Japan. In China, robot-assisted teleneurosurgery was conducted on the sea using 5 degrees freedom robot at the Navy General Hospital in Beijing. The system demonstrated practicality and reliability, but the experiment restricted to sea condition due to increased vibration and swaying on the sea. Japan and Singapore have also initiated another transoceanic telesurgery project with a Hinotori surgical robotic system developed by Medicaroid. The collaboration between Japan and Singapore aims to provide distance surgery across the sea. And in this webinar, the SINA Flex robot system developed by SINA Robotic and Medical Innovators is more applicable and affordable for users with single-use 5mm instruments and 2 versions of optical imaging. This collaboration will bring a fresh air to the Indonesian healthcare system and provide surgery for individuals living on remote islands without access to specialists, and then connect over 17,000 islands in Indonesia. And then this is telesurgery that was done underwater. NASA Automatic Endoscopic System for Optimal Positioning, or ASOP, was used in the NEMO-7 mission. NEMO means is NASA Extreme Environment Mission Operation 7. This used telementoring and telerobotic surgery techniques in the Aquarius laboratory located down underwater for 30 meters down underwater. The patients underwent simple surgeries to remove a renal stone, including ultrasound surgery to fix 2 arteries, cystoscopy and laparoscopy, also cholecystectomy. NEMO Project 9 and 12 also took place in the same location in Aquarius facility, using the M7 surgical system in Canada and Nashville, Pennsylvania. All operations successfully completed tasks with lunar latency. This is actually the objective. Like this underwater telesurgery is to check either telesurgery could be done in space. That's why they are going to check the lunar latency underwater. However, challenges such as cramped workspace, longer robot setup times, poor habitat ground-centered communication, and lengthy suture procedures were encountered in that experiment. To overcome these issues, additional automated robotic functions are needed in the future. Since 1993, the concept of performing surgery in weightlessness has been explored, with the first microgravity procedures in 1993. In 1996, laparoscopic surgery was conducted on a pig animal model in parabolic flight with 0 gravity, offering more benefits than open surgery and potential for future space mission. NASA conducted a microgravity program in the late 90s for on a modified KC-135 airplane using 5 kilogram animal models for laparoscopic and thoracoscopic surgery, and hand-assisted laparoscopic surgery was also conducted, offering minimal invasive surgery with less surgical proficiency. Recent advancements, including the implementation of magnetic properties in surgical instruments on robots and the use of restraint and surgeon in zero-gravity environments, and the simulation of telesurgery was conducted on the plane with 0 gravity to simulate the space condition. The onboard surgeon on that airplane controlled the SRI-7 master robot, while the slave robots performing surgery without activating acceleration compensator, and the lack of these compensators and need for ground level expertise rendered robotic surgery on the plane is impractical. So this is the development of space telesurgery over the quarter of century. Over the past quarter century, progress in the space telesurgery has made significant strides in providing telehealth care to astronauts during the space exploration. Space healthcare is conducted by the crew medical officer on the space who performs medical operation on the International Space Station. However, astronauts may experience extreme conditions such as loss of bone mineral densities, intestinal obstruction, peptic ulcer, and appendicitis, which can cause mission failure and necessitate emergency surgery on the space. To overcome this issue, various technologies has been developed for space telesurgery. NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory and Microdextricity System, Inc. Developed lightweight surgical robots like robot-assisted microsurgery or RAMS in 1997 and M7 in 1998, and Kinemedic in Germany. The United States Army and NASA have also collaborated to develop MIRA, a miniaturized in vivo robotic assistant which has advanced into the forefront of portable and remote surgical procedures. So this year on January 30, the International Space Station welcomed Space MIRA, one of the pioneers in performing remote surgical procedure in space. So this is the real experiments that they did on the space. They're putting that Space MIRA on the space and then doing the surgery on the ground, on the Earth. So this robot performs during the simultaneous operation in the International Space Station and then has the latency of 0.67 to 0.75 seconds, with engineers testing different scaling factors for Earth-based control to ensure smaller motions were performed by the robot. Space MIRA, launched by SpaceX from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, demonstrated its potential for healthcare facilities on Earth. The FDA also approved the use of Space MIRA on humans at the start of 2024, and this advancement in space telesurgery aims to provide better healthcare for astronauts during their space exploration journey. So, the conclusion is telesurgery is crucial for providing surgical care in difficult environments like battlefields, underwater missions, zero gravity planes, or even in the International Space Station. Advancement in communication technologies and robotic systems have made it accessible and effective. Researchers are investing in telesurgery to access previously inaccessible regions, and the real-time teleoperation, telementoring, and teleconsultation can minimize the risk of this telesurgery. Future development in computer-integrated surgery technology will increase opportunities for telesurgical procedures, allowing patients in remote locations to find solutions. I think that is all from me. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope this my presentation will open this discussion well to give a little glimpse about how the telesurgery is used worldwide in extreme conditions. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Thank you, Dr. Laila, for your brief and comprehensive presentation. For the participants who have questions, you can chat to the column area, and we will discuss it later after the four speakers present all the presentation. I will refer it to Mr. MC, Dr. Ali Asgar.
Thank you, Dr. Sutrisno, for the moderation. And actually, we have a video regarding the SINA robotic and medical innovators that has been collaborating to Health Ministry of Indonesia. And please kindly, the operator, play the video about the collaboration.
Indonesia-Iran Health Cooperation Program, pilot project on robotic telesurgery center in Indonesia, a roadmap of 2021 to 2024. This program will be conducted and supported by Ministry of Health of the Republic of Indonesia and Vice Presidency for Science and Technology of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The long-term goals of this cooperation are establishing the robotic telesurgery training centers in Indonesian governmental hospitals to train 40 surgeons per year per center, improving the capacity of surgeons to have the knowledge and skill of robotic telesurgery, having robotic telesurgery skill as one of the curriculums in a specialist surgeon's medical education, technological cooperation and local manufacturing of the robotic telesurgery system and its consumable instruments, improving access of surgery services for people in remote areas. Roadmap of 2021 to 2024. Indonesia-Iran Health Cooperation on Robotic Telesurgery Applications. 2021. Preparing the infrastructures, facilities and robotic telesurgery systems. 2022. Performing training programs for surgeons and resident doctors in Indonesian hospitals. 2023. Universities, research collaborations and joint clinical trial activities. 2024. Industries, joint venture and technological cooperation for local production. Multidimensional stakeholders. Ministry of Health of Republic of Indonesia. Vice Presidency for Science and Technology of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Iran Nanotechnology Innovation Council. Gadjah Mada. Pajajaran Universities. Tehran University of Medical Sciences. Dr. Hassan Sadikin, Dr. Sarjita Hospitals. Iran Advanced Clinical Training Center. PT Indopharma SINA Med Company. This program will be implemented based on a novel robotic telesurgery platform of SINA Flex.
SINA Robotic Telesurgery System is an advanced surgery system that can perform complicated operations robotically by leaving the minimum scar on the patients. The system offers numerous advantages for surgeons, patients as well as hospitals. These advantages include minimally invasive surgery versus open surgery. SINA Robotic Telesurgery System enables the surgeons to replace the complex and complicated open surgeries with minimally invasive robotic assistant surgeries. It means that in many complex procedures that could not be performed through conventional minimally invasive methods, and surgeons have to perform them with open surgery methods. Using the SINA Robotic Telesurgery System will cause to reduce the incision made on the patient's abdomen from near 30 cm incision at open surgeries to 5 mm incisions at robotic assistant surgeries, so the post-operative complications will be reduced. This advantage has been achieved due to SINA Robotic precise and flexible instruments, which may mimic the movements of the surgeon's hands and wrists and perform the surgery through the 5 mm incisions inside the patient's abdomen. Ergonomic and convertible positions for surgeon during the operation. SINA Robotic Telesurgery System provides ergonomic and convertible positions for surgeons during the operation. The surgeon may sit during the operation and has ergonomic and relaxed positions for his arms and hands. The surgeon may change his position from sitting to semi-sitting and even standing during the surgery. This feature reduces the surgeon's fatigue and thus calls to limit the surgery errors. Greater surgery precision through scale down of surgeon's hands, movements and elimination of hands tremors. SINA Robotic Telesurgery System may scale down the movements of robotic instruments based on the surgeon's hand movements, and thus providing further precisions and accuracy during the operation. The system also can identify and eliminate the surgeon's undesired and natural hands tremors. Telesurgery. SINA Robotic Telesurgery System may create distance between the surgery room and surgeon's work area. In this way, the surgeon is protected against disease-causing agents such as HIV, C. hepatitis, COVID-19, carbon dioxide, anesthesia gas, and ionizing radiation in the operation room. For emergency cases, it is also possible to perform the surgery remotely from faraway locations via stable, reliable, and dedicated communication channels. Unique features: 5 mm instruments, ability to design novel architecture of surgery based on modular design and ability to customize the orientation of robotic arms on the surgery bed. non-interruptive reorienting of surgery bed along two axes during the surgery, force sensing capability at surgeon's hand from the surgery side, real-time visual display of pinch forces, ability to change operating handles during the surgery based on the type of operations.
Indonesia-Iran Health Cooperation Program, pilot project on Robotic Telesurgery Center in Indonesia.
We saw the video and it was very interesting how practically the telesurgery and also robotic surgery be done. Now let's return to our moderator, Dr. Sutrisno, to the continuation of the webinar. Thank you. Please, Dr. Sutrisno.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. The second speaker is Dr. Ali Reza. I will share the screen. Yeah, the second presentation will be gifted by Dr. Ali Reza Mirbagheri. He is a SINA Robotic and Medical Innovators CEO and founder, and he also co-founder and director of Robotic Telesurgery Training Centers at Dr. Hasan Sadikin General Hospital, Bandung, and Dr. Sarjito General Hospital, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. And he is also founder and director of Iran Advanced Clinical Training in Tehran University of Medical Science. And for the education, he is graduated from Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering in 2003 from University of Yazd, Iran, and he got Master of Science and PhD in Mechanical Engineering from Sharif University of Technology, Tehran, Iran, and postdoctoral fellow in Robotic Surgery Lab in Tehran University of Medical Science. His research interest is in a robotic surgery system, robotic rehabilitation system, and virtual health system. He has so many projects here, and the last project is identifying and reducing unwanted vibration in robotic surgical arm in 2022. So many projects since 2005. He also professor of PhD and Master of Science in the Tehran University of Medical Science. He also got he have 33 patents in Indonesia, in USA, in China, and also in Iran. And he have so many publications here. It's around, you can see so many publications from him. And the last is honor and achievement. He got first choice of the best technology export award from Tehran University of Medical Science. He also associate editor in Journal of Frontiers in Biomedical Technologies, and member of editorial board society of many professionals here, and training course. He got so many training courses here, namely in the University of Washington, Seattle, USA, Johns Hopkins University, Harvard University, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Ali Reza Mirbagheri. Dr. Ali Reza, the time is yours.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for your invitation. Please let me share my screen and start my presentation. Okay, could you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. I will talk about the SINA Robotics and Medical Innovators Company. I'm as the CEO of the company and also associate professor at Tehran University of Medical Sciences. Here is the history of the company since 2003, when we established our robotic surgery lab at Tehran University of Medical Sciences and start prototyping several generations of laparoscopic assistant robot for holding the camera, then prototype of SINA robotic telesurgery system at 2010. It was its first prototype, then the second prototype, and at 2015 we introduced the straight model, which we start its animal trial at 2016, and at 2019 we introduced our latest model, which is the SINA Flex, and performed its first telesurgery in Tehran between two hospitals of Imam and SINA over 7 kilometer distance, and start collaboration with Indonesia for local production of this system in Indonesia for ASEAN market. In 2023, we performed the first telesurgery operation in Indonesia over 500 kilometers between Bandung and Yogyakarta, from Hasan Sadikin Hospital to Dr. Sarjito Hospital. Here is our products overview. SINA has products in 3 categories of robotic surgery, robotic rehabilitation, and medical simulators. Today I will talk more about our robotic surgery products, which is SINA Flex, and I will be at your disposal if you have any questions about our other products of robotic for rehabilitations and also medical simulators for training robotic surgery or laparoscopic surgery or lumbar puncture. Okay, what was the problem that we start working on robotic surgery field at 2003? You know, it was not only the teleoperation. Nowadays, when we are talking to each other, every 20 seconds, one robotic surgery operation is started. None of them are not teleoperation from distance. All of them are local, but surgeons prefer to use robots for performing surgery. What is the benefits of using robots? We have problems in operating room, including non-ergonomic position for surgeon, which robotic surgery may solve it. Poor accuracy of surgeon's hands, because we may not have accuracy of more than 1 millimeters with our hands. Hand tremor during surgery, and infections such as HIV, C. hepatitis, carbon dioxide, anesthesia gas, X-ray radiation, which may affect the surgeon's health during operation. So we introduced the robotic telesurgery platform of SINA Flex. It is including 2 main parts. One subsystem, we call it surgeon's console or master side, and the other side is surgery robots or a slave side. The surgeon used this console to supervise the surgery and use these handles to operate these instruments. Any movements that surgeon makes to these handles immediately performed by these miniature instruments in the patient's abdomen. The surgeon have a view from intra-abdominal cavity of the patients at this display and may control and supervise the surgery using connection between master side and surgery side. So you may use internet and put one console in one city and several surgery robots at different cities, and one surgeon may perform surgeries from one city to several cities, but not at the same time, one by one. Here are the advantages of using such a platform for surgery. Ergonomic posture. The advantages for surgeons are ergonomic postures, not be influenced by risk of infections, carbon dioxide, anesthesia gas, and X-ray radiation in operating room, no need for sterilization, hand movement scaling and tremor reduction. The robots may escape down the movements. It means if you move your hand 1 centimeters in the surgery console, the surgery robots will move the robotic instruments 1 millimeters in the abdomen. It means 1/10, 10 times more accuracy, 1/10 errors. So you may make a 10 times bigger suturing, and the robot will make it 1/10, very miniature. This is one of the main advantage of robotic surgery. The other advantage for patients is the replace of open surgeries by robotic minimally invasive surgeries. There are many complex procedures which we cannot perform them with conventional laparoscopic surgery method. Because in laparoscopic surgery, your hand is like this. You may only move like this. You cannot do this. You don't have wrist in the abdomen. So there are many advanced and complex procedures that needs these maneuvering of surgeon's hands, and we may not perform them with laparoscopic surgery, such as radical prostatectomy or surgeries in pelvic area or gynecologic surgeries. So robots may transfer open surgery to closed surgery. Also, it will make more precise and high quality surgery, and remote surgery is one of the advantages for patients. For hospitals nowadays in United States, if one hospitals do not use robots for surgery, they will lose their customers. Availability of performing advanced and complicated surgeries and highly demand of customers for advanced medical services is one of the advantages of using robotic surgery systems for hospitals. Now I will introduce several parts of the system one by one. This is the surgeon's console. It has many setting and adjustments for ergonomic position of the surgeons to work with it in sitting, semi-sitting, or also standing mode to reduce the surgeon's fatigue during long-lasting surgeries. Also, the handles of a robotic system may change during surgery, plug and play, to reduce the hands and fingers of surgeons' fatigue during surgery. This is the surgery robots which are attached to the surgery bed. So you can reorient the surgery bed during surgeries. This is one of the patented advantage of this robotic surgery system in compare with competitors. Most of the competitors could not reorient the surgery bed during surgeries, and there are many surgeries, especially colorectal surgeries, that all competitors may not perform them because they could not reorient the surgery bed during surgery. You may use 3 or 4 arms configuration to perform different complex surgeries, like the samples which you are see here. Our modular design allow the surgeon to innovate the new architecture of surgery for each specific surgeries and each specific areas. The robots are modulated and independent from each other, and you may place each of them at both sides of the surgery bed. Here are the different instruments in a straight model or a flexible model, which you may use during surgery with this robot. And here is our competitors analysis. Nowadays, there is more than 10 companies which producing robotic surgery system. Most of them are copied of Da Vinci system because the patents of Da Vinci system after 20 years were expired. And for example, RevoEye in Korea are copied from Da Vinci. Microhand is a copy of Da Vinci. Pogo from Medtronic is a copy of Da Vinci. Awatara from Germany is a copy of Da Vinci. But there are few systems that has their own design and their own advantage, including SINA Robotics and Medical Innovators, SINA Flex, also CMR Versus from United Kingdom, and Dexter from Switzerland. These have their innovative design and their own patents. Here is the competition table between SINA Flex, the latest model of Da Vinci, which is Da Vinci 5, Senhan system, which is originated from Italy, and Versus from United Kingdom. You know, the most advanced system is Da Vinci 5 and SINA Flex. These have most of the need features, including haptic or force sensing feedback, intuitive interaction like open surgery, visual force feedback, stapler instruments, not included in SINA yet, but it is included in Da Vinci. 5 mm instruments in diameters. This is available in SINA, but the instruments of Da Vinci is 8 to 12 millimeters. SINA will use single-use instruments, but Da Vinci will use multi-use instruments, 6 to 10 times usable, but needs to disassembling, washing, assembling, and sterilization. Articulated instruments, both of them they have. Standing position for surgeon is available in SINA, only just sitting for surgeon in Da Vinci system. Bipolar instruments is not available in SINA yet, but it is available in Da Vinci 5. Movement scaling is available in both of them. Tremor reduction is available. Bed movements during operation is a conceptual advantage in SINA, but it is optional in Da Vinci system and cost $500,000 for bed movements during operation availability. Here is our competition graph. Consider the horizontal axis as the amortized, initial, consumable, and maintenance cost per case, and the vertical axis as the features and capability. Da Vinci and SINA, both of them has the most features and capability. But considering the amortized initial, consumable, and maintenance cost, Da Vinci is here and SINA is placed here. SINA choose high capability and affordable price, especially for developing countries. It is very important for us, for developing countries, to increase the cost. You will see that the cost of using SINA will be 1/3 of Da Vinci, and in some cases 1/5 of Da Vinci. I will show you. Here is our promotion strategies, including pricing and unique values. Regarding the pricing, for example, considering the consumable cost for nephrectomy, conventional consuming cost will be in laparoscopic surgery method will be 1,000 US dollars, with SINA 1.5 thousand, but with Da Vinci it will be 3.5 thousand US dollars. So SINA will reduce the cost to near conventional methods. This is only the consumable cost. The maintenance cost of SINA is 1/10 of Da Vinci. The main cost of capital system is 1/3 of Da Vinci, and this will cause Indonesia to choose SINA instead of Da Vinci to use more SINA in all areas and in all islands in future, inshallah. The other promotion strategy of our system is our unique values, including 6 integrated unique values, including low initial maintenance and operational cost, intuitive interaction like open surgeries, which you can change the handles during surgeries, plug and play, force feedback capability, ergonomic posture for surgeon, high configuration flexibility and modular design, and non-interruptive repositioning of surgical bed during surgery, which is one of the important features of this system, as you can see in this picture. It is very common and need for colorectal surgeries. Regarding market and demands, I have a very interesting diagram. If you consider the year of 1980, all of the surgeries were performed with open method. The yellow is open method, the blue is laparoscopic method, and the green is robotic method. At 2002, when robotic surgeries started, only 1% of surgeries were performed with robots, and 22% of open surgeries was transferred to laparoscopic one. At 2020, more than 60% of open surgeries were transferred to laparoscopic methods, and 10% of them was transferred to robotics. It is predicted that at 2014, more than 60% of surgeries will perform with robots, 25% with laparoscopic surgery, and around 10% with open methods. We have a market study. We consider United States as the gold standard, and nowadays United States has around 8 robotic surgery systems per 1 million population of their countries. If we consider only rich countries with GDP of near to United States, for example, Switzerland, Norway, Ireland, Australia, Japan, France, Canada, Qatar, Denmark, Belgium, nowadays they have 1 to 3 systems per 1 million population. If they want to reach the USA standards for having robotic surgeries, nowadays only rich countries need more than 30,000 systems all around the world. If you consider the African and also developing countries in ASEAN markets, in China, in Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, the market needs more than 100,000 units nowadays. And for rich countries, only less than 70% of the demand is fulfilled, and more than 80% of the market of only rich countries is available for different players. Here is another study which we performed at 2014. You see, at 2014, 14 years after starting the robotic surgery, in the United States, there was a very, very good increase in percent of robotic surgery, especially in prostatectomy, malignant hysterectomy, benign hysterectomy, but not increase in colorectal, ventral hernia, and thoracic. You know, these are the surgeries that needs reorientation of surgery bed during surgery. So Da Vinci robot could not perform these kind of surgeries easily. So it was a very huge market in United States for us with the advantage of reorienting the surgery. Also out of the USA, there was a very big market for us to perform colorectal surgeries, gastrectomy, and thoracic surgeries with the availability of surgery bed movement. Regarding our achievements up to now, we get all necessary international technical standard certificate and tests, and also we had finished our animal trials in Iran, and we are going to start our clinical trials on human in near future, inshallah. We have more than 20 national patents and 10 international patents, and many national and international awards in Iran, in China, in Russia. We have a collaboration program for SKD production of SINA Flex at St. Petersburg, and also probably with Indonesia, we have a cooperation and joint investment program for technology transfer of robotic surgery to Indonesia for ASEAN market. Here is the first trial of Professor Reno in Tehran from SINA hospital to Imam hospital over 7 kilometers distance. He performed telesurgery with SINA and approved the system to start in Indonesia. Here is our first robotic telesurgery training center in Dr. Hassan Saddiqui General Hospital, Bandung, under supervision of Professor Reno, which will start training in Hassan Saddiqui Hospital. And here is the interesting clips that Professor Reno make them, and I would like to review for the working that he has been made in Hassan Saddiqui Telesurgery Training Center. Another center is established at February 2023 at Yogyakarta, Dr. Sarjito Hospital, under supervision of Dr. Zufan. That I want to thank him because of his always support to our team to establish this training center and prestigious training center at Yogyakarta, and we hope we continue animal trial and Yogyakarta soon, and sending new instruments in near future, inshallah. Here is the slide of our first time of telesurgery over Indonesia between Bandung and Yogyakarta at May 2023, over 500 kilometers from Bandung to Yogyakarta. And this is our training department in Iran. We use virtual reality simulators to train our residents to how to perform robotic surgery. This is our virtual reality simulators, and here you can see a small movie which introduce our robotic surgery and also laparoscopic surgery training simulators. All of these clips are artificial modeling and virtual reality modeling of soft tissues to perform the advanced surgeries using laparoscopic method or even robotic method. For example, this is an appendectomy. Here is a hysterectomy. These are ovarian cyst, fallopian tube, very soft tissues. We modeled for training the surgeries in virtual reality environment. This one is an ectopic pregnancy, and this is an ovarian cyst. Also, here is a cholecystectomy virtual reality mode. These are our international collaboration, including Indonesia with several institutes and universities and hospitals. Fortunately, we are continuing our collaboration with Indonesia to start local production in Indonesia for ASEAN market. Inshallah, here is our open cooperation models for universities to establishment of robotic telesurgery skills training centers, with industries for cooperation in local production, and with companies for exclusive territorial distribution. Thank you very much. I am on your disposal if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ali Reza, for the interesting presentation. And for the next speakers is from Indonesian side, from Yogyakarta. Let's share the curriculum vitae. The third speaker is Dr. Ahmad Zulfan Hendry, urologist from Yogyakarta. He got a medical doctor degree from Faculty of Medicine in Gadjah Mada University. And then he graduated from residency program in neurology in 2010 in University of Indonesia. And he got a consultant in uro-oncology in 2020. He got many surgery courses from Bangkok, India, Jakarta, Beijing, and so on. He got an award as a best clinical instructor in Sarjito Hospital. And he is currently as a head of urology division, surgery department, Faculty of Medicine in Gadjah Mada University, and also as coordinator for robotic and telesurgery in Sarjito General Hospital. He published so many articles in this journal, international and also national. And he also has many experiences as a speaker. And the last is in annual symposium of Indonesia in laparoscopic donor nephrectomy. Okay, that's all. Dr. Ahmad Zulfan Hendry, are you ready for the presentation?
Okay.
Okay, the time is yours,
Okay.
Doctor.
I will share my slide. Okay. Hello, good day, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Sutrisno, moderator, for the introduction. First and foremost, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the Indonesian Student Organization in Islamic Republic of Iran, IPI Iran, for inviting me to speak this remarkable event. It is truly an honor and pleasure. In this session, I will speak about transforming medical practice, the role of expansion of robotic telesurgery in Indonesia. The integration of advanced technology such as robotic surgery has been reshaping the landscape of healthcare, offering new possibility for precision application in surgery procedures. If we see the data from 2021 shows that majority of countries in America, Europe, and Asia have adopted robotic surgery technology. This trend underscores the increasing utilization of surgery in diverse medical settings. What about in Asia and Asian? The robotic surgery development in Asia and Asian region, countries like South Korea, Japan, China, India, and Iran has paved the way for robotic surgery advanced exponentially 25%. In Asia, Singapore led the charge since the 10 years ago, followed by Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, making a significant progression in robotic surgery practice. Now we shift Iran's remarkable self-production of robotic surgery technology. Iran's independent manufacturing capability offers valuable insight into collaborative opportunities for knowledge transfer, which is a crucial aspect that can propel Indonesia's healthcare sector toward innovation and excellence. By the collaboration with Iran, we expect that we can adopt the robotic technology for our healthcare system, and we hope that we can self-manufacture the robotic system to decrease the cost of this technology. Okay, now we look the implementation of robotic surgery in Indonesia, especially Dr. Sarjito General Hospital. Our hospital serves as a pivotal medical referral center, offering top-tier healthcare service, research center, and development effort in various specialist areas, including cancer care, cardiac care, and neuronephrology care. For example, minimal invasive surgery and of the kidney. Okay, let's rewind how robotic surgery started in Indonesia. It began in Bunda Hospital, Jakarta, as pioneer in 2014, and in Yogyakarta, finally, 2021, Sarjito General Hospital has its first robotic surgery unit by collaborating with SINA Robotic Iran. And since then, we have trained over 50 surgeons to operate this kind of robotic system. This is our roadmap outlines the strategic vision for integrating robotic surgery into the hospital medical practice. We plan that the system can be practiced in humans in 2026 to perform the operation in the field of urology and digestive surgery for the first. And after that, we will do in various fields of surgery. We hope that this type of surgery will performed by robotic surgery. But as in urology, we hope we can do radical prostatectomy, radical nephrectomy, radical cystectomy, neoplastics reconstruction, and pyeloplasty. And for digestive surgery, we hope we can do colorectal cancer surgery, bariatric surgery, hepatic and pancreatic surgery. Let's now unpack the benefit, challenges, and the opportunities that come with adoption robotic surgery in Indonesia. Robotic surgery brings many benefits in the state-of-the-art of medical service, like precision operation technique, yeah, especially in difficult cases like radical prostatectomy. It's very close area. So with robotic, it can be managed precisely. So it will give a better result for patient and for the surgeon. But this robotic new technology still had a challenge such as high cost, yeah, and so not all the patients can reach technology. And the other obstacle are not every surgeon can do the operation with the robot. So we must give special train for this surgeon. However, all these obstacles make the opportunity us, the opportunity for how to make that the robotic system more low price and make a widespread cost for the surgeon. In our center, minimal invasive surgery increased every year. For example, in my field, urology, we do almost 200 cases minimal invasive surgery endoscopy every year. The presence of the robotic surgery will make the better outcome for the laparoscopic surgery. If you see Indonesian area, Indonesia per capita income is various in every region. However, our constitution explains that every people have a same right as healthcare system. So we must adopt the healthcare technology which is able to reach all the people in this country. In this table, we can see that estimated cost of robotic surgery in the worldwide. We can see that robotic surgery system, all known now, is still quite expensive procedure, even in a high country. Then we can compare the between robotic, laparoscopic, and open surgery. We can see that the most expensive cost for the operation with the same case is the operating room. I mean that this is the cost for the hospital to buy the robot, and the second most expensive is supplies. This means that every robot have a arm. This arm must be changed a few operation. So we must buy every arm, a few operation. Now we see in Indonesia, robotic surgery in Indonesia is not yet covered by Indonesian health coverage and currently used out of the patient pocket. It makes the financial burden for the patient. For example, in the case of prostate cancer, the patient must pay about 250 million rupees for robotic radical prostatectomy. So we planning for the further surgery era for spreading robotic training for surgeons, and we must reach affordable robotic system which can reach all the people in Indonesia, and even we hope we can make our self-robotic system, so we will decrease the robotic surgery. And for this conclusion of this session, First, only a few countries in Asia are capable for producing robotic surgery console. Two, collaborating with SINA made expected to accelerate the transfer of knowledge and self-manufacturing of robotic. Sarjito Hospital aims to develop robotic surgery, neurology, pediatric, and gynecology surgery. High-cost robotic surgery remains a barrier to overcome in self-manufacturing. And Indonesia intends to reduce the cost of robotic surgery through operating, training, control, self-manufacturing. Thank you for your attention and time. I hope this presentation will provide valuable insight into the role of prevention of telesurgery in Indonesia. May this information inspire and encourage us all to continue innovating in our field. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ahmad Sulfan Hendry, for your explanation of the implementation of the robotic surgery in Yogyakarta. And our last speaker is Dr. Reno Rudiman, as a digestive surgeon from Bandung, Indonesia. I believe the curriculum vitae of Dr. Reno Rudiman. Dr. Reno Rudiman is the digestive surgeon in Hasan Sadikin General Hospital, Bandung. He currently head of the Department of Surgery in Hasan Sadikin General Hospital. He got a medical doctor degree from Pajajaran University in 1989, and then
we continue with connection preparation for the telesurgery facility of the robot. We have collaboration with Telkomsel, prominent communication company in Indonesia, to provide the 5G connection, broadband connection between Bandung and Jogja. So we had a meeting to discuss how about the connection which want to be done between the two institutions. And then on May 2023, we successfully connected. So on the left, we can see that the Bandung side is controlling the robotic console, which is the robotic console connected by 5G connection 500 kilometers away to Jogja on the right. The robotic arm on the Jogja can move seamlessly with very minor delay, only a 20 millisecond delay. And during the operation, we have no significant problem between the two centers regarding the 5G connectivity, because the line was the wireless LAN was dedicated. It's not shared to the public, so the 5G connection between the two centers are solely made for us. No other public intervention can be done, so the operation can be done successfully. So continue with that. Our progress will move on to clinical trial and to local manufacturing, which is not still been done yet. However, the government of Indonesia, with collaboration with the Republic of Iran, we are continually striving for that to be happening. So on May 2023, the Vice President of Islamic Republic of Iran visit our hospital to empower the collaboration project. So this is really a historical moment. And also our President, Excellency Joko Widodo, also has acknowledged and approved our collaboration.
We cannot hear the sounds.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's in Bahasa Indonesia. And
Okay.
basically, the president approve our and acknowledge and approve our collaboration, and he continually support our project. So now I come to the last part of our presentation. It's about obstacles of the telesurgeries. I can identify at least 5 issues related to the obstacles. First of all, of course, the network infrastructure. Although the pilot project have shown that 5G connection was reliable enough to connect Bandung and Jogja and perform telesurgery safely with minimum lag, we still have a very big homework on how to provide those network connection with more cities in need for the telesurgery service, because the initial connection was made because that we have collaboration with Telkomsel, and Telkomsel really provide us dedicated line, but also we are of course in the future we have to maintain and to have to provide those connection more reliable in a wider area. The second, of course, the legal concern, because we operate patient from the distance. How about the legal consequences of that? If something happens, if complication occurs, who will be responsible, and in which area, which doctor? Is the doctor on the remote area or in the controlling area? So if there is a legal issue, sure we have to build rules and regulation on how to manage if there's something happen in legal consequences. The second, the third is about ethical concern. What ethical concern? What will be connected to ethical issues, such as is it ethical to perform surgeries with such high-tech instruments, and is it reliable enough? Is it valid enough? And is it safe enough? Those things should be discussed, and should there be ethical committee approval if the surgery should be done. The next, which is also important, is about cybersecurity, because we are dealing with human tissue, with live human tissue, with human. Of course, we have to make sure that there is no cybersecurity breach of the system. What if if the surgery was done and then something happened, like data hacking, confidentiality of the patients, the data privacy? Those things are also should be done, should be discussed thoroughly. And last but not least is about budgetary limitations, because we have successfully performed robotic telesurgery service between Bandung and Jogja because on both institution we have the robotic units. What about if the future where the hospital want to perform robotic telesurgery in other areas? Of course, the government or the healthcare technologies have to be provided at the remote area. And of course, installing many robots at many places in remote places, it consumes a lot of budget. And we are at the very early stage of that. So there are still more future to have to be mapped, and of course it is still a long way to go until robotic telesurgery services is available as a daily practice in Indonesian healthcare. So this is, I think, the my last slide, which Dr. Alireza also has shown earlier. For those of you who were late coming to the meeting, I'll play again. Sorry, I remember that you haven't got the sound of the video, yeah. But anyway, I think that's all that I can perform on this presentation. So thank you very much for your attention. Now I return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Reno Rudiman, for the interesting presentation. And now we will have a Q&A session. I would like to invite all the speakers here, and I have collected the questions. I will share here. Okay. The first question is from Fatimah Mustafawi. She is a student in medical nanotech in Tehran University of Medical Science, and I think it's a question for Dr. Alireza Mirbagiri. First is, based on the training data, how long it takes for a doctor to learn using this device? And second is, has Iran collaborated with Indonesia in opening classes or major on telesurgery? And the third is, did SINA Robotics and medical innovators tested the device in low internet signal? And what is the prevention of the side effect of this? Thank you. Please, Dr. Alireza, you can answer it.
Yes. Hello again. Thank you, Fatima. I will answer your question one by one. The first one, based on the training data, how long it takes for a doctor to learn using this device? Actually, we have several stages of training. It is starting from theoretical class. Then we will continue training in virtual reality simulation environment with simulator. Then we do training on dry lab using silicone and artificial tissues, then continue in wet lab using in vitro tissues, and then we will continue on animal life surgeries. Then it will be the stage of observation of clinical use, hands-off, and finally hands-on on human under supervision of the professors. It usually takes 1 to 2 months for finalizing all the trainings from beginning to the end. For example, 1 week for simulation, 1 week for dry lab, 1 week for wet lab, 1 week for animal, and so on. Regarding your second question, has Iran collaborated with Indonesia in opening classes major on telesurgery? Actually, we have a sister university program and memorandum of understanding between Tehran University of Medical Sciences and all 38 Health Polytechnic Indonesia to collaborate for education, for mutual student and professor transfer between two universities, between two countries, and we may have the majors on telesurgery, but we did not start it yet. Your third question is, did SINA Robotics and medical innovators tested the device in low internet signal, and what is the prevention of this? Okay. Actually, we should not use the low internet signals. Always we should use dedicated and very good internet to perform a safe operations over internet from master side to the slave side. But a dedicated internet over 4G or 5G protocols is fulfilled for us to operate a teleoperation between two cities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ali Reza. So the courses is 2 months, right? Yeah, in Iran.
It takes 2 months for
It takes 2
the
months.
final, yeah, for the final stage of operation on human.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ali Reza. And the next question is for Dr. Amir Bagri also. What types of surgical procedures can the SINA surgical system handle? And the second is, how does SINA Robotic address safety and reliability in their robotic surgical system? And what challenge did SINA Robotic overcome during the development of their robotic surgical technology?
Okay. Actually, the type of surgical procedures which SINA may perform is designed for all the surgeries in abdominal cavity, pelvic cavity, and chest cavity. The design is for all of these procedures, but we should test them one by one, and we are at the initial stage of clinical trials for study these surgeries in these three cavities. Regarding the safety and reliability, there are more than 25 technical standards that a surgical robot should pass to be safe and reliable for starting robotic surgery. We passed all of them in standard technical laboratories, and now we are sure about the safety and reliability of the system. After technical standard tests, we should pass the preclinical trials on live animals, and then on cutoff, and finally on human, few humans for clinical trials. And after that, the safety and reliability will be fulfilled to use widely for the clinical use. The challenges with SINA Robotics overcome during the development of their robotic surgical technology, actually, in Iran, we had a lot of sanctions to have the components of such a system. We had to design everything in Iran, and nowadays sanctions not only a limitation for us but also a cause of independency for producing advanced systems, and it takes more than 20 years to produce all the needed device in Iran, but we did it and we overcome all these sanctions for producing this robotic surgical technology. Thank you very much. I will be on your disposal.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Ali Reza. And then the questions for Dr. Laila. What challenges arise in teleoperation over large distance or beyond Earth orbit? I think it's operation in the spaces maybe. And the second is, what is the potential role of teleoperated surgical robots in long duration space mission? And the last is how telesurgery can be implemented in humanitarian mission. Please, Dr. Laila. Sorry.
Hello, thank you so much for the questions. For the first questions, actually, as what the other speakers have already explained, that I think the main challenge is the lag time. Teleoperation over the large distance or beyond the Earth or orbit actually presents unique challenges like communication lag time, robust communication protocols, human adaptation. Let's say, for example, imagine a surgeon on Earth remotely operating a robot surgical system on the moon in the International Space Station. The time delay between sending a command interplanetary and receiving feedback from the robot introduce challenges. So the precise movement become harder, and especially during delicate procedures. So the lag time is should be considered, and to address the latency, surgical robotic control communication protocols must be robust and fault tolerant. So this is very important. Let's say ensuring that commands reach the robot accurately despite delays is crucial, and advanced protocols can handle interruption and maintain stability. So for the second questions, what is the potential of the robot? So teleoperated surgical robots, of course, play a crucial roles in long distance space mission. And then, for instance, the robot that I've already said, Space Mira, it is tested abroad. The International Space Station is already there. Perform simulated surgical operations while remotely controlled by the surgeon on Earth, and it is like already conducted in this January. These robots enhance new autonomy, assist in complex procedures, and contribute on crew health during deep space exploration and mission to other planets. So of course, this long teleoperated surgical system is not only for space. Like we as in Indonesia for 17,000 islands, it is already initiated by SINA and then also Ministry of Health, like to connect the 17,000 island by this technology to support this long distance surgery. And then for the next questions is how telesurgery can be implemented in the humanitarian mission. So the robotic telesurgery may be, as what I have written in my article, is the robotic surgery can be in the form of global health diplomacy. So when the, let's say, a war started, when the conflict emerges in each region, maybe in the Middle East, maybe in Indonesia or any region around the world, if there is suddenly have a conflict zone, maybe like some countries and WHO and other non-governmental organization can establish a global health diplomacy between low and middle income countries and high income countries to aims to address existing inequities in surgical care by creating sustainable robotic telesurgery programs in low middle income countries. Because of course with the global health diplomacy, the developed country can help those countries that are needed in conflict area, and also to address the to address the remote assistance. So let's say us right now in Indonesia, we already have the console, we already have the slave. Maybe later, if it is possible, we can connect it in the console in other countries. Maybe if we have a lot of slaves already in Indonesia, maybe they will connect it in Iran. If something happened in Indonesia, Iran will help and like the surgery in Iran, the surgeon in Iran can like help Indonesia by doing the telesurgery with this distance. Maybe in the future this might be happen. Thank you. I think that's my answer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Laila. So the telesurgery has a potential implementation in the future, and we should provide the internet connectivity, and it is a challenge for us. And then for Dr. Zulfan, a question for Dr. Zulfan. First is it possible to employ robotic telesurgery in Indonesia under private organization, or it should be under Ministry of Health? And the second question is, besides telesurgery technology, is there any technology that Indonesia interested to adapt from Iran medical technology product, maybe other medical devices or pharmacy? Okay, please, Dr. Zulfan.
Okay, for the first question, is it possible? Yes, it is possible because the first robotic in Indonesia is provided by private hospital, not government hospital. So it is possible to employ robotic telesurgery under private organization. The second, beside, okay, I don't know exactly about the interesting of our government, but there are so many device robotic surgery you can see, but there's a difference between the other manufacturing and SINA. In SINA, we can adopt their technology. It's different with the other manufacturer. So if we want to develop our robotic by manufacturing by ourselves, we must think that we will collaborate with the company with open-minded, open their technology to us, so we can adopt it and we can make our robotic by ourselves. Maybe it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Zulfan. So for the first telesurgery or robotic telesurgery in Indonesia is in Jakarta, right? In the hospital, private hospital. And the second, I think, it's the rule for. Yeah, Dr. Alireza.
Alireza, continuing Dr. Zulfan's explanation, I want to emphasize that yes, for the second question, yes, there is many medical technology from Iran which are under negotiation to be produced in Indonesia. I can share them for cancer detection, for example, and many nuclear medicine, pharmaceutical products, navigation systems for brain surgeries, simulators for laparoscopic surgeries. These are the other products which are under negotiation to be produced in Indonesia, inshallah. Thank you very much. Sorry for the
interruption. For your explanation, because I don't know what our government.
Thank you, Dr. Zulfan, Dr. Alireza. I think it is the role of our Ministry of Health. And the question for Dr. Reno, we have 3 questions here. For Dr. Reno Rudiman, when are we going to achieve telesurgery be implemented across Indonesia for human patients? And the second is the robotic telesurgery training in Hasan Sadikin facility open for any surgeon in Indonesia, or only for those surgeons in Hasan Sadikin Hospital? And the last is, if later in the surgery, the connection was cut off, then what will happen? How is the ethical consideration for this case? Is there any in-charge surgeon in the local operator for the patient? Okay, please, Dr. Reno.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So when are we going to achieve telesurgery be implemented across Indonesia for human patients? Well, we are working toward that. And right now, we are still at the early stage and using the telesurgery service on animal experiments. We are not going to touch human patient until all the animal experiments are considered safe and efficient. So the safety profile of the performing telesurgery in remote areas, of course, have to be achieved. We cannot tolerate any error. We cannot tolerate any malfunction. So we have to be sure. So the question of when, only when the animal experiment project is done. And right now we are still have focus on that. So hopefully in the near future, but I cannot say the date yet because the animal experiment surgery is still ongoing. And then, is the robotic surgery training facility only for internal surgeons in Hasan Sadikin Hospital only, or for any other surgeons who are interested? Right now, we are focusing for surgeons solely who works in Hasan Sadikin Hospital. Why we still have not opened this for any surgeons outside Hasan Sadikin? Because first of all, we want to empower our surgeons in Hasan Sadikin Hospital, not only for them to be able to perform surgery, robotic surgery, but also when they are capable of performing surgery, robotic surgery, only then they will be able also to train other surgeons. And right now, we still consider training surgeons outside Hasan Sadikin Hospital is not beneficial yet, because when the surgeons who come for training in Hasan Sadikin and then he or she is back to his or her hospital and there is no robotic unit at their hospital, we think it is not really useful, because if we don't practice what we learn, then you will forget. So it is better to train surgeons that already have robotic unit at their hospital. So after the training, they can directly practice their new skill. And for the last question, if later within the surgery the connection was cut off, then what will happen? What will happen? The surgery will stop. The arm will stop working. So there is no way that the arm can move by itself without command from the console. So the operation will be stopped. However, as any robotic service, there should be one capable surgeon available at the bedside beside the patient at the slave unit. So the capable surgeon at the slave unit has to be ready to take over when the system goes wrong. So we never perform surgery without availability of the local surgeon at the remote site, because it's considered dangerous. Of course, what Miss Laila present about the like transoceanic or in the moon, or it is not easy to provide the surgeons at the remote site at that setting. And right now, I think the technology is still too early to let the remote area working on its own without the availability of the capable surgeon at the remote site. So right now, what we are looking is now some telesurgery procedures have proven to be effective in other area, like in China. If you read the news, China has been successful in performing telesurgery service in cities 4,000 kilometers apart. And of course, there is always capable surgeon at the remote site to take over when the system goes wrong. And how is the ethical consideration for this case? That's the hardest part, the ethical issues. Our current ethical rules and regulation has not come across discuss the ethical issues of telesurgery service. So we and the ethical board of every hospital and those lawmakers, those governing bodies, of course, has to sit together and write down and discuss how will the ethical issues is defined to make robotic telesurgery service is safe for the sake of the human health for the patients. I think that's the answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Reno. I think, yeah, there should be a surgeon to be in charge to take over when the connection was cut off. And I think it is the last question from Dr. Reza Utama. He is my colleague, from Muhammadiyah Surabaya University. He is a medical educationalist who studied simulation-based learning at Kacamata, and what is his concern is he sees robotic telesurgery as a field that has a potential to be integrated in a residency education curriculum in Indonesia, I think in the future. And for Dr. Ali Reza, can you tell us about the biggest challenges and obstacles in training robotic telesurgery skills for residents in Iran? And then for Dr. Zulfan and Dr. Reno, I think it's the same questions. The biggest challenge and obstacles. And apart from the internet network problems, what are the challenges in facilitating robotic surgery training for colleagues or residents in Indonesia? Okay. Any comments? Or
yeah, I think that's an
before?
interesting question. I will.
Yeah, please talk about please.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an interesting issue. How we are going to implement this for training for colleagues and residents in Indonesia. I think we can learn from what laparoscopic surgery has been through for the last 10 to 20 years. In the early days, laparoscopic surgery was only performed by a handful of surgeons only. And then it's still considered so sophisticated surgery, and it would be impossible to train all surgeons performing laparoscopic surgery at that time. But then some persevere surgeons, some pioneers teaching all the surgeons, and now about 20 years later, after 1991, we first performed laparoscopic surgery in Indonesia. Almost every general surgeons are capable of doing laparoscopic surgeries because it is now embedded in the curriculum of general surgeons. And many surgeons are interested in minimal invasive surgeries are now trained and have competence in performing laparoscopic surgery. So learning from that, I think it is still a long way to go until the robotic surgery curriculum is embedded in the residents training in Indonesia. We will go there, but we need more time because we are now still in the early days of robotic surgery service. And then comparing this with laparoscopic experience, where it needs about 10 to 15, I think 15 years until the skill is taught for the residents. I think the same thing will happen to robotic telesurgery service.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reno. And then Dr. Ailirisa, your turn.
Actually, nothing to add to Dr. Reno. He explained perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Dr. Dulvans, any comment?
I agree with Dr. Retno, but it is first we must embed the curriculum to the robotic, the residency curriculum, and the second, we have a financial budgeting. Yeah, so if we want to make a robotic training, we must have a big investment for the first for the robotic, yeah, for the robotic system. The second, we must have a special room with a special electrical supply for the robotic. It is a quite quite expensive. So not every center can handle this problem. And the third is every robotic system has their specific characteristic. For example, Da Vinci is quite different with the SINA robotic. So if you want to spread the robotic skill, we must choose where's the better platform system to teach to our resident or our colleagues. Maybe can I add? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sulvan. I think it's a long way to go for curriculum for a resident surgeon here in Indonesia. And is there any more question? Okay, I think yeah, it's all the questions. And before I end this session, I would like to highlight some points here. First is telesurgery has begun from 1998 and 2001, yeah, a successful trial, and the advancement of 5G internet and AI also enhanced the advancement of robotic surgery. And robotic telesurgery have potential in any circumstances like extreme healthcare, for humanitarian mission, for battlefield, transoceanic, and archipelago country like Indonesia. And Indonesia and Iran have a cooperation in telesurgery since 2020 with Hasan Sadikin Hospital and Sarjito Hospital as a pioneer. And this robotic telesurgery has any advantages, namely prevent from any infection, ergonomic position, and enhance the accuracy, and also SINA robotic have a high capability and affordable prices, right? And I think it is suitable for developing countries like Indonesia. And last but not least, Indonesia have obstacles like a network infrastructure, then legal concern, ethical concern, cybersecurity, and budget limitation. I think this is the end of the Q&A session, and I will hand out this session to MC, Dr. Ali Asgar. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sutrisno, for the moderation for the main event. At this moment, we have reached the final part of this webinar. With the robotic surgery brought to reality, science fiction is no more just a word, and reality will be robotic surgery in our daily practice, hopefully. But together, we can actually resolve the challenges of the robotic surgery, most importantly, to make the robotic surgery available and also affordable to every patient in the future, inshallah. Lastly, I would like to express our thanks to all of us that made this webinar safe and sound to the end. Hopefully, this webinar will have impactful, positive our healthcare delivery. For the participants who are not yet registered, please register your name through the link that was in the comment box below or in the WhatsApp group. And also for the materials that has been presented, probably will be uploaded on the WhatsApp group later on. I am the MC for this session. On behalf of the organizing committee, we apologize for all possible mistakes during this webinar. Stay safe. God bless you. Khuda hafiz. Terima kasih dan sampai jumpa. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reno, Dr. Zulfan,
you.
Dr. Nirbakari, Dr. Sutrisno, Dr. Aswar.
Thank you, Laila, for
Thank you so
presenting.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, Doctor. Thank you so much.
It
I will
was-
contact you again in the WhatsApp,
Thank
inshallah.
you, Dr. Zulfan.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Laila.
thank you, Doctor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye, goodbye. I'm going to close the Zoom.